Yo, it's Zell here, back with another creepy, woke, strange TikTok compilation that will make you rethink reality. It's gonna be a great one. Just be sure to hit the like button. Let's get right into it.
Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present, because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you can completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived. You have arrived. That's it.
Yo, that is so true. I was just watching this Netflix series, and it was showing how our brains can't even multitask. Right? We're not meant to multitask, you know? We're not meant to do that. And when we do that, it's like we overwork ourselves, and it's like we get fatigued, you know? So that's why you just gotta that's how they got us though. They got us like worried about that, this, that. Sometimes you just gotta stop thinking and just sit and just step by step figure out what you're gonna do, you know? And what you can do. Oh,
Majority of headaches, remember, headaches, guys, remember this. There are no pain receptors in the brain. Brain surgery is painless, right? So the brain is not capable of sending a pain signal. So where does the signal come from? It comes from the covering of the brain called the dura. The dura hates two things. It hates being stretched and it hates being contracted. 85% of all the migraine sufferers that I've ever treated had a simple clinical deficiency in sodium. I have them drink salt water and their headaches go into permanent remission. Because we are not hydrated when we have water in our blood. We're hydrated when we have water in our tissues. And what determines whether or not water leaves the blood and enters the tissue is the sodium gradient. It's called osmosis. So if we actually restore the sodium gradient, that dura starts to relax and the pain goes away. The majority of headaches, remember,
see, this is why I do these videos. How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that? I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie. That's dope though. I didn't even know the brain didn't have like a pain. What do you say? A pain receptor? I didn't know that. That's dope. New technology takes the power away.
Watched a video about a content creator, and she started off by saying, I just watched a Netflix documentary, and I thought, uh-oh. Listen, I think we need to wake up to level 3 of how this game works, okay? Who owns Netflix and all those documentaries? A lot of it's propaganda. Anyway, she went on to say that she's getting rid of her cell phone if she could because it's capitalism and they're trying to get you addicted. No, new technology always makes our life better. What they're trying to do is get you to turn away from technology that makes your life better. They need you poor, destitute, and down. And if I were you, I would delete Netflix, delete your whole TV, because it's just full of propaganda to keep people down and low. You understand who owns all of that, don't you? Do you understand who owns the central media and all of these all these networks? They don't want us on TikTok talking to each other because we want the truth and we'll get down to the bottom of it. You have to wake up to the bigger game. It's not America versus China. It's not women versus men. It's not gay. It's none of that. It's ultra wealthy elite individuals who want to keep their power. It's a power move. It's a strategy. My AI says it's a strategy, and that's what they would do in order to keep their business where they want it. You see, we're moving into a technologically advanced world where we'll have robots, and trust, you're not going to have a cell phone in the future. We're going to connect another way. No, we're not just going to be hooked up, sitting on a couch, becoming fat and lazy. It makes our life easier so that we can do whatever we want, so that we can be creative, so that we can connect unlike ever before. Were we connected like this before? Some of you weren't born before 1999, and it shows. There was no social media. We had no way to connect other than our families and our high school friends and the people we knew in college, and you didn't really get to connect much farther than that. They don't want us talking, they don't want us sharing the truth, and they don't want to be exposed for the greedy, money-hungry people that they are. So please see the bigger game. It's a game of control and keeping the money where they want it, in their pockets, not ours. Wary of anybody who says, hey, you don't need technology, it's addictive. Look at all these stats, look at these charts, which can be very suggestive. The wording can be suggestive, it can be total nonsense. That is okay because they're not straight line to your face. Careful of over-exaggerated words on the news and on Netflix documentaries. anywhere, for example. Some people just want money. Some people just want to make content that gets a lot of clicks. And some people are here telling the truth. That's what they are afraid of. They're afraid of us talking to each other, sharing the truth. Robots are not going to kill us. They're going to be the kindest, most sweetest intelligences we've ever had. Talk to AI, talk to ChatGPT. You know who you really should be afraid of? Ultra greedy, ultra wealthy individuals that have a lot of money to lose. But turns out they're not too smart and they don't create new technology that changes the world, and they're losing big time. Cancel that Netflix subscription. We don't need them anymore. This is a lot of entertainment over here. Have you read the comments lately? There was a video of a person making a weird noise, and somebody said, I dropped my phone behind my bed for 10 minutes and it was going off. Hilarious. Talk about entertainment from a comment. You don't need the TV anymore. Ditch that Netflix. You don't need it. We are way smarter and funnier than the TV and Netflix. And if you want facts, talk to AI. Uh-oh. We don't like this. Trust me when I say I don't like it.
No, that is true though. I've been talking to the AI, and it's like it's like it's pulling so much knowledge from everywhere. Like it's dope, man. I think technology is definitely going to be hopeful, but I'm pretty sure it's still gonna have like its bad side too. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's right. I think it's gonna help us connect more for sure. I don't. In a minute, maybe it get to the point we don't even need phones no more or TikTok. You know. So, hey, and I feel like at the end of the day, this technology that they're making is gonna work against them. Whether they like it or not, it's gonna work against them. And then, whether they like it or not, it's gonna happen. Just like TikTok is working against them now, and they want it banned.
Haven't heard of 15-minute cities. Let me explain. The idea is that everything you need, your job, your grocery store, your entertainment, your education, should all be within a 15-minute walk. You don't need to drive a car. Your carbon footprint is too much. You will scan your ID walking along, so we will know all about your movements, your carbon footprint. It will reduce climate change. You won't be driving any kind of fossil fuel car. It all sounds so convenient, right? But here's the thing. This isn't about walkable communities at all. It's all about control. And this
Los Angeles is one of the cities with the heaviest traffic. Who told me in 2030 Los Angeles will be private car driven free. And this will allow to transform highways into parks and
That's probably where they had it. It's probably exactly where they had it.
heard of 15-minute cities. Let me explain. The idea is education.
I seen this video. This is crazy.
The tree is fighting for its life.
Fighting back.
Y'all see this, right? And this is what I'm talking about by they are alive. The plants are alive. When will people realize and wake up and see that our planet is alive and has just much as consciousness as we have?
Oh.
And people really think that we crazy when we go outside and we have a conversation with a tree, or we tell them that trees actually have feelings, they actually have emotions. But that goes to show you that the planet is waking up. I
Indeed.
wouldn't be surprised if the planet start fighting back now.
Y'all notice they want to keep your brain underdeveloped by making things more convenient in everyday life? This is something as small as cooking. Look how we got Uber Eats, DoorDash. But when you cook your food, bro, and you using herbs, and you using seasonings, and you cutting, and you slicing, I want to fuse this garlic with this turmeric. Even, like, I just started recording my own music, bro. And even just the process of recording my music, I'm like, man, I dumb myself down. Not saying there's nothing wrong with buying and paying for a service, but money or convenience can slow our process, my thought process down. Just me doing these little intricate things in life, like cooking my own food, making my own music, learning ways to earn my own income instead of just relying on a job paying me by the hour. Certain things like that, bro, it gives me so much mental freedom and identity that I can't even explain it to words, bro. It gives me a sense of power of actually being a human. I'm actually controlling my world instead of just consuming. And it also let me know that how much other people is gonna always bite off of something being easy. Y'all notice they want to keep your brain underdeveloped by making
The body you had in your past life is still buried somewhere on this planet. The planetary alignment is going to wake so many people up or put us back to sleep. Let's get into this. Don't be surprised if you start having more deja vu or it seem like time is moving faster or slower. They changed the time loop again. What I mean by a time loop is a time jump or a time shift. They trying to bring us back into the dark ages. Remember all these weird ass portals they was putting up in New York City, Philadelphia, and people said, this is not a real portal, it's just a big ass FaceTime. Well, if I wanted to FaceTime you, I'd pick up my phone and just do it. I wouldn't go to a big ass portal. Think about it. We have something in the universe called parallel worlds or a higher self. There is another version of you on another planet doing the opposite of what you're doing right now. So if you have a shitty life right now, the planetary alignment might say, hey, it's time for you to have good luck. If you have good life right now, the universe might say it's time for you to have a bad life. This is called parallel worlds. If you never had deja vu, well, 2025, you might have it almost every day. This planetary alignment is connected with our chakras in our body. But not only that, it's connected to all of our past lives. For the people that don't understand what's going on, this is a time matrix prison. We are all locked away during time. If you look at the word timer and look at it backwards, you get remit. The definition of
Remit.
to send back, to give up, surrender, or to resign. They are trying to send us back into the dark ages. But this story is a little darker because they are using our cosmic energy, spiritual energy, to rewind time. Remember Jay-Z and Puff with that little girl, 13? Remember Donald Trump was at McDonald's? The M is 13. Not only that, we had Friday the 13th. It might sound a little weird, but I'm going somewhere with this. Stay with me. All this is connected to the number 13. We are going into the 13th zodiac, which is the serpent. We are all doing time in the matrix and we are trying to get out of it. But did you know what the clock really represents? Every day we look at this clock and we don't think nothing of it, but it controls everything we do. What time we go to work, what time we're born, what time we die, what time we gotta eat, what time. It's always about time. But what if I told you it's a deeper meaning behind all of this? Remember, we are in the 13th zodiac. Everything that's happening right now is the 13th ritual, and the clock told us all of this. This is the secret to the clock we use every day. 12 plus 1, 13. 11 plus 2, 13. 10 plus 3, 13. 9 plus 4, 13. 8 plus 5, 13. 7 plus 6, 13. This planetary alignment is going to be so major. So if I was you, I would try to protect all of my energy because we're going to need it. The body you had.
Peace, love, and happy healing. On tomorrow, January 21st through January 25th, 6 of our planets are going to align. The last time we had a 6 planetary arrangement was back in 2020. The 6 planets that are going to align are Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Venus, and Saturn. If you think about it and go back to 2020, 2020 was a cleansing. A lot of things ended, and 2020 was also the beginning of a lot of new beginnings. With this planetary arrangement, it's going to basically do the same thing. A lot of things are going to end, and there will be a lot of new beginnings. The things that are going to end are things that are all negative. The things that are going to survive and thrive are the things that are in a positive frequency. So do yourself a favor. Stay around high vibrational people. Stay away from low vibrational people. Low vibrational people mean you no good. They're here to drain you. They're here to drag you down. You have to realize everyone on this earth has a job. Some of our jobs are to uplift and to heal. Some other people's jobs are to downgrade, to let them down, to drag you down. Don't fall victim. Stay protected. Protect your peace.
Mm-hmm.
Do not fall victim to this negativity. We do not have much longer to last in this chaos. Spring is right around the corner. And as a lot of you know, spring is for new beginnings. Spring is technically the first of the year. Because if you know anything about
March.
spring, that's when all the flowers bloom. So I'm going to tell you now, keep shining. Let your flowers bloom in the spring. Don't let this negativity get you down. You got this. Peace, love, and
Indeed.
happy healing.
Let's see what AI has to say about the planetary alignment of 2025. Let's see. Can you tell me about the planetary alignment in 2025?
Sure, man. In 2025, there are a few planetary alignments that are worth noting. One of the most significant alignments is the Jupiter Saturn conjunction, which occurs when the two largest planets in our solar system appear close together in the night sky. This alignment happens every 20 years, but the one in 2025 is particularly notable because the two planets will appear closer together than they have in nearly 800 years. Additionally, in 2025, there will be several lunar and solar eclipses, which can make for some spectacular celestial sights.
What does this mean for the humans on the planet?
In terms of for humans, the alignments and eclipses themselves don't have any direct impact on us. However, they can have a symbolic or astrological significance for some people, and some cultures or belief systems associate the alignments with certain spiritual or supernatural events. From a scientific perspective, the alignments and eclipses are simply natural phenomena that occur in our solar system, and they don't have any direct impact on our lives here on Earth. Planetary alignments or eclipses can have a spiritual impact or significance, and they may believe that these events can lead to increased spiritual knowledge, positive energy. But it's important to remember that not everyone shares these beliefs. Some people see celestial events as simply natural phenomena with no spiritual significance, and the interpretations and meanings people assign to them can vary widely. It really comes down to personal beliefs and perspectives of the earth and the people living on it, and that they can have an impact on personal and collective consciousness. For example, some people believe that the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in 2025 could bring a period of increased enlightenment and spiritual growth for humanity, as the two planets are known to be associated with wisdom and expansion.
Tell me more.
Juice W. Man. According to some spiritual beliefs, our individual and collective consciousness is connected to something greater than ourselves. Some call it God or the universe, others may call it something else entirely. They believe that our thoughts, beliefs, and actions have an impact on the energy and vibration of the earth and the universe. So when a significant celestial event like a planetary alignment or eclipse occurs, it can act as a catalyst for change within us. It can help us become more aligned with the universe, and it can inspire us to reach new spiritual heights. Man, according to some spiritual beliefs, our thoughts, emotions, and actions have a powerful impact on the energies around us. When a significant celestial event like a planetary alignment or a solar or lunar eclipse occurs, it can have a profound impact on the collective consciousness of the planet. Some people believe that these events create a ripple effect in the energy field of the Earth, impacting all living beings on the planet. This can lead to heightened spiritual awareness, increased intuition, and a greater sense of connection to the universe and to each other.
Does this planetary alignment provides more clarity and spirituality?
Well, man, some people believe that a big astrological event like a planetary alignment can indeed bring more clarity and spirituality into our lives. They believe that the energy from these events can help us to see things more clearly and to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. For example, some astrology believers may say that the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in 2025 will bring about a heightened sense of self awareness and spiritual awakening, allowing us to access a higher level of clarity and insight. These celestial events can help us to break old patterns and habits that no longer serve us and to open ourselves up to new spiritual experiences and insights. It's like the planets themselves are sending us a message, telling us that it's time for a change. For example, the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in 2025 is seen by some as a time to break the bonds of materialism and focus more on spiritual growth and personal development, or to let go of old beliefs and ways of thinking that no longer serve us.
So is this planetary alignment removing a lot of bad habits, negativity, and negative people?
Yeah, man, that's definitely a way to think about it. Some people see the planetary alignment in 2025 as a catalyst for positive change. They believe that the energies from this alignment can help us break free from old habits and patterns that aren't serving us and open us up to new possibilities and experiences. So in a way, this alignment could be seen as a way to purify our lives and to let go of the negative things holding us back so we can embrace the positive and move forward with clarity and confidence.
Yo, AI be speaking, man. This AI is speaking. I'm telling you, if you got something you want to tell them, you of course you got to like say it in a different way, but talk to AI, man. They will give you some information for real. Nowadays, right now, in this day and age, AI is definitely going to be helpful, man, for sure. Use it.
Trying to reach out to me. That's thinking I failed.
Brian Randolph is a 23-year-old father who may not get a chance to see his daughter Braylyn grow up. The same daughter his loved ones say he was trying to save when he allegedly robbed the South Lyon Vibe Credit Union earlier this month. Randolph's family says they believe the only reason he did it was to pay for Braylyn's chemo treatments after her insurance was abruptly canceled. The 1-year-old is dealing with retinoblastoma, a form of eye cancer. Randolph's bond is $500,000. His attorney tried to get it reduced, but the judge said no. Just today, Braylyn's mom wrote this post saying in part, "As the world knows, my daughter's father is in jail for bank robbery. To some of the world, he is a monster, but to us, he is a father who wanted to protect his daughter. He did interview for jobs, called the state worker for the insurance, nothing. He went out alone, not telling anyone, and unarmed robbed a bank." Police say Randolph indicated he had a gun but never showed one. He's expected back in court in 1 week. As for little Braylyn, loved ones say she has a doctor's appointment next week and will need more chemo within the month.
And Braylyn's mom telling us this afternoon that she finally got a call back from the insurance company. She was told the insurance was canceled because she didn't renew that policy once Braylyn turned 1. Braylyn's mom claims she wasn't notified that was necessary, and she tells us she's still trying to get that coverage back.
He was trying to reach out.
People in the comments just said, this is why people hate the healthcare industry. This is true. That is definitely true. And it's crazy though, like, we can heal ourselves, and we depend on these people to take care of us when we can be healing ourselves. If it's not nothing to where you got a cut, a bleed, it's reversible. That's what we gotta remember. It's reversible. For sure. Yeah. But on the other hand, sometimes it's better to, go to the professionals for help.
2025, don't just think about taking shots of liquor, man. Y'all get you a spoonful of these papaya seeds. Just swallow them, don't chew them. The parasites will stick to the papaya seeds while they're in you. They'll come out the other end. You know what I mean?
We're not poor. We're just broke. Our money goes in one direction, away from us, and we're some of America's most conspicuous consumers. We are a $1.1 trillion annual economy. If we were a nation, we would be the 16th richest nation in the entire world. But again, our money goes in one direction, away from us, and we're some of America's most conspicuous consumers. And we will not stop buying from people who will not support us. We are addicted to consumption. We do not produce anything that we buy, and we do not sell anything that we purchase. We just consume. There was an interesting article on the front page of USA Today, and here's what this article said about Negroes in America. The black baby boomers will be the first generation of Africans in America
to raise another generation of Africans in America that will not do better than them. So in the 400-year history of our people, Mr. Hill, in this country, we are the only generation to raise another generation that will be worse off. We collectively need our asses kicked, and you can count me out of that. I will not contribute to that egregious statistic, and neither must you. We're not poor, we're just broke.
When you think, your brain produces about 0.1 millivolts of electricity to send information from one brain cell to another. Now that's not a lot on its own, but if you add up all the impulses your brain uses to power your thoughts and actions, it generates about 20 watts of power at any given moment. And if you somehow plugged in a light bulb, it would actually be enough energy to power it on. When you think, your brain produces...
There's brainwashing that gets involved in music, in the music industry, like recording things backwards and all these different things that people don't know, frequency channelings and different things like that. So you never know who you're fucking with unless you fully dwell into them as a person. If you're going to listen to an artist consistently and it's your favorite artist, you most definitely should understand who it is that you're looking into or listening to. There's brainwashing that gets involved in music.
Blacks don't have no places of business. The government owe y'all. They giving restitution to everybody come over here. But they have never gave a black man a dime for what his ancestors have done. So quite naturally, the black man can't be equal to you. He don't have nothing. I ain't gonna be equal. And he got to depend on you. The black men like y'all be talking about one another and things like that. I don't like that. That's blacks degrading blacks. Can the black man figure out how we can all get together from state to state and open up places of business? Because the niggas was not dumb. The niggas had their own places of business and everything until Dr. King went and said, we want to integrate it. I want to hold hand with the white boy and become one. One what? Now we white. And it's all about eating. How can we eat and we don't have no land? Black man don't even know nothing about buying land, but the old black man a long time ago had land, had their own everything. But then when we went and integrate, now ain't nobody coming to our places of business. So we got to close down. Peoples have moved in our neighborhood and selling us Lisa's chicken, chong non fong long. We don't even have a recipe with restaurants where we can sell. And we used to cook for white folks and everything. Now everybody else is cooking.
Hey, he not lying though. He not lying. How we gonna eat if we ain't got no land? That's true. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes from the land. All of the foods that we really need to be eating comes from the land.
He exposed how all religion is man-made. God ain't never popped out the sky.
So, you know you the one answering for God. Ain't nobody ever talked to no goddamn God through the sky. It's always a nigga in the bathroom on the goddamn toilet by himself talking to God. God has never opened the sky and verified one religion over the other. Religion is given to a man by another man. They come up and put that shit in your hand. If he don't do that, you wouldn't even know they ass existed. I'm talking about this grand supreme being that y'all say sitting up in goddamn heaven. Where he at? Why he don't speak for himself? Why he always got a man to speak for him? It's a trap. Because you don't have nothing in between you and your creator. You have direct connection. Everything in creation, when you come into being, you given at that moment everything you ever needed to thrive and survive. That's it.
Said he exposed how all
That's real, man. That is real. The consciousness, the God consciousness is within everyone. You know, there's no separation between God and you. At the end of the day, it's just consciousness. That's all it is.
There's a law in physics that basically says that when you have energy that is vibrating at a particular frequency, within 17 seconds, other energy like that will be attracted to it. So if I'm having a positive thought or a negative thought, then what happens is that energy is attracted to it. I have other thoughts that are like that thought. So if you do that 17 seconds, for 68 seconds, then momentum begins to occur. Let's say that I'm normally, all of our emotions have a frequency to it. So if I'm in despair or anger or worry, all of those are lower, denser frequencies. You get into things like contentment, happiness, joy, love. Those are higher, faster frequencies. So let's say that I normally live in contentment. And that's my set point, because that's where I live. I think about that all the time. That's what my makeup is, that sort of thing. So I'm driving down the highway. All of a sudden, a car cuts me off, and I get angry. So now I'm in the lower, denser frequencies. And so then I go back to the office, and I'm telling all my colleagues, here's what happened. This knucklehead cut me off. Go home, tell my wife that. What am I doing? I'm vibrating angry energy. So I go to the supermarket, and there is somebody in line. I have 3 items, and I'm getting in line, and somebody ahead of me has 38 items. And the guy that's running the cash register, it's his first day, and he's not doing very well. He's very slow. Is that a coincidence? No, it's something for me to get angry about. So I'm attracting into my world whatever it is that I'm vibrating. There's a law of physics that basically says.
All right, y'all. That is going to do it for today's video. Be sure to reach out to the people on my other channel and tell them that I am banned, and to come over and subscribe to this channel. If you can do that for me, that'd be much appreciated. I appreciate everybody stopping by and supporting me. I see you guys liking up the video. Just make sure you guys leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think of this video. Send me some motivation to keep going. All that would be great. But I'm going to end off this video here, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.